welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you my first video of my military lifestyle. For those who don't know, I am an Army wife. I've been an Army wife for going on 5 years. So my husband hasn't always been active duty. So back in like 2011, I believe, my husband will correct me if I'm wrong, my bad, honey. But my husband first joined the reserves back in 2011 and we were dating. I remember when he brought the idea to me that he wanted to be in the military, and y'all, I was not with it. Okay, went ahead and did the official test, and so he picked his MOS, and you know, he went through the whole process. He left, I believe, in April. It was such a long time ago, so I probably get the months and the dates wrong, but I believe he left in April, and it was just so hard for me. And I know that everybody says my spouse is my best friend, my husband is my best friend, like literally. Anybody that knows me and Naja, that's my husband, we are like this. Like, we have the best time together. And I'm not just saying that just to be so cliche. When he left to go to basic training, I felt like my heart was just like ripped out of my damn chest, and I was just so devastated, like, oh, like I cried all the time. And basically in basic training, you can't talk. Like, he talks to you when he first gets there. I think when he's in processing, he can communicate through letters, but the letters didn't come right away. So anybody that knows Shanise personally knows that I'm a worry wart. Like, I worry myself to death. And if me not talking to him, that just made my mind go like, oh, what if this happened? What if this? Like, sometimes I just think it's the end of the world and it's not even necessary. But, and I remember the first time I ever received a letter from him, looked at it. I just looked at it, y'all, and I just cried. Like, I couldn't believe that I received my first letter in basic training. So I walked around to the front of my apartment complex, and I went to my friend's house and I knocked on the door. And I just told her, I was like, no, John, send me a letter. And I just stood there on her porch, hugging the letter, crying. You really need a lot of support. You need support from your family. You need support from your friends when you're going through the stages in your military life. So fast forward, he did basic training, and we went to his graduation down in South Carolina, I believe Fort Jackson. So that was like a memory that I will always cherish forever. I was so proud of him. I was so proud of him. So he graduated from boot camp, and then he went to AIT, and we were fortunate enough, he was stationed in AIT in Virginia, and that's where we're from. We got to, you know, talk and see each other on the weekends, but it still was like hard because I was used to being around him every day or every other day because we weren't living together at that time. So after he graduated AIT, he just went back to the regular civilian world. And I do believe in the reserves, you go like 1 weekend out the month, and he would go like 2 weeks for like this special training. But it's crazy how life works, because I remember when me and Najah first started dating, I didn't want to have more kids. I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to do all those things. I just wanted to have fun. Y'all get my drift. I just want to have fun. But when you meet that person and they show you something that you've never, ever seen before or felt before, you take a total different outlook on life. Like, Najah came in, and I always say it's always an inside joke, like, you trapped me because you made me want to do things that I said I never wanted to do. So around, like, this is a little background of us and how we got married. So in December of 2012, Najah said he wanted to marry me. And we are not like this big romantic couple. We don't do these big grand gestures. He just said he wanted to marry me. And we picked out a date together, and we picked March because that's the month that we first started dating. We said we was gonna get married December of 2012, and we got married in December of 2013. And it's just crazy how it worked. We had a real small wedding. It was like immediate family. It was like no friends. It was just like family only. It was like we probably had like 60 people at our wedding. But I had like this grand dress, like you would have thought I was on Say Yes to the Dress or something. But my wedding was everything, and our wedding was about our love and our story. And I'll get to y'all, that's another video, our story of how we got together. Like, now y'all played me, but it's all good. We together now. So he played me a couple of times. Like, I gotta share that story because that story is hilarious. I will share that story on my channel of how we met. So we got married, and through the midst of all this getting married, my husband tried to go active from the reserve one time before, and it didn't work out. It fell through, just re-enlisted, so he couldn't go active. So we're going to fast forward a couple of years. You know, he's still working in the civilian world, doing his reserve duty, even did orders where we moved to like the Tidewater area of Virginia, and he was on orders for like a year. And during the midst of that, we had my youngest daughter, Soraya, and it was just like life was moving for us. We were progressing. We don't have it all together. So people look at us and they say, oh, you guys are goals. And I'm like, oh, we ain't goals. I do love the compliments that people give us, but I let people know, like, don't look at us and just think that we're perfect and every day is just like peaches and cream for me and Najah, because it's not. And that's with any marriage, and that's with any relationship. So we did the year orders, and then we came back to Richmond, you know, and he was trying to adjust, doing different things, you know, and as far as trying to establish a career outside of the military life. And, you know, some days it was hard. Some days it was really hard. And, you know, even though we go through our things, we still have our love to fall back on. Like when you're in a marriage and things get rough, you have to step back from the situation and be like, we're in this together. This is the reason why we're together. We love each other. We're going to make it. We're going to get through it. And you can't play the blame game. It's not going to work. It's not healthy at all. So after a lot of things fell through, and now we're fast forwarding to living our life, and we're going to fast forward to 2017. So around February of 2017, Najah told me, he was like, honey, I think I'm going to try to go active again. And I didn't think nothing of it. I just was like, oh, okay. You know, I didn't think nothing of it because the last time he was so excited and we were looking forward to it. Like, we were on it. Like, where's his packet and the chain of command? Like, what's going on? So he did it, and I released it. Like, I didn't think no more of it. I prayed about it because it's something that he truly wanted. And I know he wanted to advance in his career. I know he wanted it to better himself as a man. Like, even though he tried things and it didn't work out, at least he tried. Like, I gotta give my husband a lot of credit because he always trying. He's very ambitious. He always puts his best foot forward, and he tries to be the best man that he can be. So God has truly blessed me with an amazing black man. Like, just in general, because there is a stereotype that black men are no good. I mean, I've had failed relationships in the past, but this relationship has taught me so much. This marriage has taught me so much. And being with Najah is amazing. Everything ain't perfect, but it's amazing. He came to me and he said he wanted to go active, so I just released it. I didn't think about it no more. So then we went fast forward to July of 2017, and he texted me. I remember that day so well. He texted me, and I was at work. He said, honey, my active duty packet got approved. And I was just looking like, what? Like, are you serious? Like, I didn't believe it because I didn't expect. I was so happy for him. But it's amazing how things in your life work out, and how God will bless you, like, even when you don't deserve it. Because before, like, in that moment, going through all of that, insurance isn't cheap. So if you're not on Medicaid, or you not working for the government and you just have bomb benefits, it is really expensive to have health insurance. So we were sitting down talking, and he was going to do something extra so we could be able to afford our insurance. He got approved. And with being approved for active duty, you get free health insurance. So that was just amazing to me how God's timing is always on time. Like, I can't say that enough. Like, I'm not this super duper duper religious person. I serve the Lord in my house, but I will cuss you out. I'm just saying. But it's just amazing how God works. And he be working and moving behind the scenes and you don't even know it. So his active duty packet had got approved, and it's like it happened so fast. Like, he started the process, doing all the paperwork, and by August of 2017, my husband was in Kansas. It just happened like that. Like, I didn't expect it to happen so fast. So it was like I had to tell my family, I had to tell my friends, and I was excited to tell my job, like, I'm out, I gotta go. So of August, my husband was in Fort Riley and he was setting up housing. He drove to Kansas, and after he left, the house came and got packed up, and then we moved, and me and my girls, we moved in with my parents for a little bit. And it was just weird because it's like I dropped everything to support my husband. He had the opportunity to travel and to live somewhere else. So it was like, you lead, I follow. Military spouse, there is things that you give up and you do sacrifice a lot. But if you love your spouse and you know that it is something that's going to help you guys and it's a better future for you and your family, you're going to do it. So here I am in Fort Riley, Kansas. Me and my girls, we did drive out here. We had like a road trip. So we're in Kansas, and it did take a while to get adjusted, and we are in military housing, so we do live on post. And Kansas has really been good to me and my family. My oldest daughter, she is adjusting in school very well. She's on A&B honor roll. My youngest, she's adjusting. As long as she's with us, she's happy. She really don't understand the fact that we're in a different state, because she asked to go to my parents' house like every day. But all I can say to my fellow military wives, and as a woman in general, never lose yourself and don't get so wrapped up in his lifestyle. And like, I am a mother and I'm a wife, but I'm also Shanise. I'm still a woman. I'm a woman before everything else, and I have to take care of myself in order to take care of my girls and to take care of my husband and to take care of my household just in general. So you have to have a lot of me time, and you have to have a lot of self-love, because in this lifestyle, in a marriage in general, or in a relationship, you can lose yourself if you make your main focus all about that one person. So I'm very thankful that I'm very strong-minded, and I love myself. I love myself. Like, I haven't always been in this place in my life where I can say that I love myself. I have a good support system. And my husband, he is my biggest supporter. Like, with my channel, he was ready for it. Like, he was excited in the marriage. If it's just one-sided, it's not going to work. So he supports me and I support him, and we just support each other. So we encourage each other, we uplift each other, and we just do what works best for us. We don't compare our lives to other people. We've been here, he has been very happy. And that makes me happy, knowing that he's happy. I miss my family like crazy. I miss my friends, and that's another video, making friends in this military life. But, you know, there is a phone, and people can come visit you if they really want to, if they really love you. I'll talk more about other things because we are facing a deployment soon, and so I thank you guys for watching, and if you have any other questions as a military spouse, you can go ahead and comment down below. Don't forget to like this video, share this video. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'm very transparent. I'm a very open book. You will learn that the more you watch my channel. But I thank you guys for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.